Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessie Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze!
Have you guys watched Tidying Up on Netflix?
Yeah.
Worth it.
Tidying
Up.
So it's like geese.
Oh, I think I saw a little
'Cause it's
blurb for it.
Holy fuck. Me.
Organize everything.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's this cutest little Japanese woman I ever seen in my whole life. She speaks barely any English. Like, the whole thing is her speaking Japanese pretty much. And then, like, she has a little translator lady. And she just goes and she helps families organize their house.
That's
okay,
great.
can we record and talk about it? I want to talk about tidying up.
Yeah.
Cut that part out that you guys just mentioned and continue recording.
You started the recording?
Yeah, at a good spot to record at.
Is he
Oh.
is fucking with us?
Okay, so Tidying Up. It's the cutest little Japanese lady I ever did see. Rewind, I just said all this. Okay, so she, like, goes into a house and she has them give her a tour. And then she says, okay, now I'm going to greet the house. Oh my gosh, it's so sweet. She finds a perfect spot in this house that she, like, feels is, like, right. And then she sits down, like, on her knees, and she just, like, sits there silently. And, like, she's just talking to the house in her head.
She's talking to the house.
She, like, thanks the house for, like, being supportive and for protecting the family and, like, blah, blah, blah. It's very sweet. It's interesting stuff, but I think it, like, I get it. Like, I would never, like, go to her extreme.
Yeah.
I just, like, get the idea of it.
Well, and it sounds like it's partially like a cultural thing that you're, greeting the energy or, paying respect to that.
Because, what she's all about
What are you laughing?
I just want to see the one episode where she's like, oh, hell no, not in this house. A murderer lives here or something.
Well, no, she always, like, gets up and she says, you have a beautiful home. Like, I feel good energy in this house. And she's so sweet.
That's just her slogan. She's not actually making a statement. She's just like, you have a beautiful home.
No, it changes. But, no, she's so sweet. And then she, like, tells them to make, like, a clothes mountain. So she makes everybody pull all their clothes out, and then you put it on your bed in a mountain, and then you go through it all, and you have to hold each piece, like, alone, and you figure out something. Yeah, if it sparks joy, then you keep it.
Okay.
And if it doesn't, you get rid of it. And she's not trying to push people, like, get rid of all their shit.
What if it sparks joy, but it doesn't fit my ass?
Well, that's interesting. She doesn't ever
grab your ass and see if that gives you joy.
She doesn't ever say anything about that. And she doesn't even do it with them. She just tells people this is what you do. And then, and if you are getting rid of it, you have to thank that article of clothing for, like, being a part of your life.
I had a psychology teacher that kind of did that with a sandwich when he was a kid.
Oh.
He always he doesn't like bologna sandwiches. So he'd always used to take a bite of it so that the bologna sandwich would know that he didn't like it. Like, he didn't want it to know that he didn't like it. So he'd always take a bite of the sandwich before throwing it away.
Oh, God.
Interesting.
That's kind of adorable. Was he cute? Or was he an old nasty professor like you get?
I mean, he wasn't crusty old, but he was pretty old.
Oh, okay.
He's like in his, like, 40s. Anyway, he was weird.
Yeah, I had a weird college professor who had goofy ideas like this. But he also looked like Buddha for reals and always came to class with his shirt off.
Ew.
He was a strange dude.
Sorry, you're...
Oh, yeah, but my favorite part about her is that she doesn't, like... I mean, she doesn't do any of it. She just, like, gives them a homework assignment, then leaves, and then comes back, gives them another homework assignment, tells them if they've done well or whatever. And then she doesn't, like, pressure people to, like, it's not like she's making people buy a bunch of, like, containers at the like she's
Right.
all about containing things, but she's not like forcing anybody to get anything that's like out of their means.
Yeah.
Do they pay her?
I don't think so. But like, so for this one
If it's
family,
on a show, I feel like everybody's getting paid
right,
through that.
through something. Yeah, but like these kids just had like a wire rack that they were calling like their dresser that the parents had gotten them.
Mm-hmm.
And so she, instead of just having piles of clothes on it, she's like, one day if you like can get containers, that'd be great. But she just used shoe boxes to like put all their
Mm-hmm.
clothes in. And I was like, how sweet that like they're teaching people how to just like organize within means. You go to the container store, it's fucking expensive.
They're not just like walking in with a truckload of plastic containers and
Yeah.
saying, okay, let's
This
sort
is how
everything
you
in this
clean
and
your
cram it
house."
in all these
Right.
holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, I think she's so sweet.
That's
I
kind of
love
fun. Yeah. I think the show that I was thinking this was more cram your shit in plastic tubs.
No.
Like the little blurb I remember seeing.
I haven't seen her bring in one plastic tub.
That's
I mean,
really
there
sweet.
have been plastic tubs that like people
Right.
owned already.
Right.
I have loads of plastic tubs. They're all different shapes and sizes, so there's no organizing them. What are you going to do?
Drink wine.
Sounds
And
like a
we are.
plan. That we are. Oh, I probably should have set that computer on the ground before we started recording. It sounds like a jet's taking off. Do you remember our first episode, people?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening right now. I bet all this audio is just trash.
Oh, well.
Everybody listens, Jesse.
Everybody listens, and they're going to say, oh, Tab and Jesse, they're so silly with their computer.
What a bunch of goofballs.
You know what I mean?
For reals.
I honestly can't. I like barely ever use my computer at all anymore because I can't stand turning it on because the noise it makes is so irritating. And I just realized that might be because of editing those initial episodes where it was like blaring in my ears. Bang, bang, dogs barking.
Are we in Compton?
Oh, didn't you just hear the door and the dogs barking?
Bang,
They
bang.
did. Bang, bang. We're in Compton.
I have two. There's an outside screen door and an inside door. So, bang, bang.
Whenever we get here, the screen door is always open.
Mm-hmm. And there was an ornament out there. I don't know if that's supposed to be.
No, it's not supposed to be on the ground. I just haven't picked it up. Also, that's Adam. I don't know if he can't be bothered to close it or it's like he's not sure how to,
I hate my storm door. I can't wait to take that thing down.
but he never closes it. And if you don't close it, then the wind blows and it bangs it around. It's super noisy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dogs freak out more. I don't know. It's supposed to be closed. Especially when I had like a wreath on it, like on my Christmas wreath. I'd come home like every day and it'd be standing open and I'd be like, okay, no one can even see my Christmas wreath. Even though I bought it at Rayleigh's and it was dead like 4 days later. It does not hold up like my grandma's
We were
wreaths.
going to make them and then we didn't.
No, we did not.
I was supposed to say you got to pre-order that grandma wreath.
She didn't make them this
She
year.
didn't do them this year because of her leg. She's all jacked up. Do you remember seeing how funky she walked and how her
She
leg
did.
stuck out at a 45-degree angle?
Yeah, but
That's because she has a failed knee replacement.
yeah, but she's just gonna sit there anyway.
No, you have to stand
Uh.
to make wreaths. It's a machine.
Oh,
Like you have to stand, you have to press the pedal.
wasn't she trying to cook?
Yeah, she still gets up and does stuff, but she can't stand there and press that pedal. You have to like put force on that thing to crimp them.
Okay.
Do you know nothing about wreath making, Brad?
I'm sorry, I don't. I thought you just gather twigs and try to bend them and then tie it.
No, there's a science to it and machinery.
I'm no scientist.
Brad is I think Brad's legit picturing just cutting a branch off of a tree and wrapping it around.
Well, pretty much.
It starts
that's
with a
pretty
trek
close.
up a mountain, and you go cut greens for days, bags and bags and bags and bags
And
of
then you
boughs.
sell it after you chop up those greens, right?
Not that kind of greens. Then you take those
To St. Humboldt County.
home. And you need well, you can do it with pliers, but it hurts really bad on your hand after a while. You need a wreath. You get the ring, and you take and it's a big metal
You've seen
ring.
the rings before. We've gotten dollar store ones.
These
When
are
we made the little
like-
spider ones.
these are like
Okay.
big, heavy duty circles with clamps on them. And then you have to place all your little stuff in there, clamp the thing down, which you can do with pliers, but not for long. My grandma has a little thing my grandpa built that's like a cabinet, and then it's got the press in it, and they can clamp them through that thing. So she does that all the way around the whole thing, and then you have to put in all your little picks of cute stuff and make a bow for it. No. It's a lot of work.
Damn. All right.
But they're fresh greens. Like, you have them like 2 weeks later, whereas like the ones you get at the store.
Dude, that
Were
wreath lasted me well into like February.
Yeah. I know, and they smell so good. I imagine all the branches on the one I bought at the grocery store was 4-6 months old. I mean, who knows when they cut them and stored them and did whatever before they got them to the store.
Yeah.
I think that's why we just pull them. I mean, we're making a wreath within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to make them with her.
We should really make them next year.
Hopefully.
Because I just felt empty. I
know.
think that's why it never felt like Christmas to me. I didn't get it.
It didn't ever feel like Christmas this year. It was crazy.
It was like just a funky year.
It was just, I'm sure a lot of it just had to do with, like, we just experienced a tragedy, you know? And so, like, the whole community is kind of in shell shock.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I don't ever really love buying gifts, but even this year I was like, this is just not into it.
Well, I really
You were
like
into it.
mine. I put the wheel up. I don't know if it's going to stay there. I might put it on my little hearth thingy when I get it, if I ever get it. I'm starting to think I got
where is
scammed on Etsy. Not here. Not in shipping. It says shipped. They created like a tag or a label for it like back in mid-December.
What?
Yeah, I got to go on and figure out what's going on. I hope they didn't screw me.
Me too.
Well, Etsy, don't they?
I'm sure there's
Yeah.
policies. I've had stuff happen on like eBay where I've gotten something and I've been like, this is not even close to what I ordered. And they've done a good job giving money back.
I've gotten something from eBay that it definitely wasn't supposed to get.
Oh.
A dildo?
Meth?
No, child pornography.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
What were you trying to order?
I ordered a video game.
This is like a front shop where...
No, it was just some random person. Like, it wasn't a shop. It was a random person that was selling an old video game that I wanted to play. And I was like, okay. And it was super cheap because it's old.
Do you think he got his packages mixed up? Or
I don't
is like that old video game code for child pornography on the internet?
I think it's Imperialism was the game, I think it was called. And I got the game, I got the book that came with it, and then there was just an extra disc. And I was like, oh, I wonder what the extra disc is. Started playing the game, everything's fine, whatever. And I'm like, I wonder what the extra disc is, if it's like cheat codes or something. Pop it in, it says like Prime Pussy. And then I was like,
It's a what?
Prime Pussy.
Okay.
I'll edit it out. Didn't want to, but anyway.
Why do you have to edit pussy out?
I think he's saying that was the name of them?
That was what, like, it had a folder that said Prime Pussy, and I was like, okay, he just sent me porn. That's fun. Clicked on it, and then it's just a picture of like a small child just naked.
It was a small child?
Yeah, it was like a 9-year-old girl.
Did you report this guy?
Oh, I totally gave it to a sheriff friend who done give it to
Who done
people.
gave it to someone else?
Until the FBI
You done
called.
gave it to the guy with the thing and the other guy, and they took care of it.
Yeah.
Whenever you get porn, you gotta done give it to your friend. This is sheriff.
Anywho.
Brad is never coming back here. We have been shredding on him so hard. We haven't like gotten together and recorded in a while, and so we had to make it all.
I have been too nice lately, okay? I need my Brad fix.
This is an accumulation of all the evil we would have spat at you over the last month.
Thank you. I'm getting it all in good doses.
I swear, I'm sorry. I didn't even like see you yet, and I came out and accused you of like doing something to my dog.
What are you doing to my dog?
Why is he peeing all over the place?
Oh, goodness.
He done
But-
peed on the box again.
So what they done do with that? They're child porn.
Well,
God, I don't even want to say that.
I know.
Words.
the FBI got involved because the guy who sent it was like from Arizona or something. So
Oh,
crossed state
shit.
lines.
That's interstate.
And then come to find out they're tied to the Russian mob.
Oh, fuck.
And
They
they're like,
told you all that stuff?
yeah, they're like, well,
Well,
because
because it was his sheriff friend, remember?
Oh, right.
well, no, the FBI guy did because
Oh.
they're like, okay, so just on random chance that we happen to go to court, would you be okay to to testify? And I'm like,
Arizona?
hold on, to testify against the Russian mob is what you're asking me to do, correct? Let me make sure I'm hearing that. And he's like,
Oh
yeah,
my
but
God.
he's like, you'll probably never be called. Like, it is a 0.00001% chance that we'll call you to testify against the Russian mob. I was like,
But still, I'm not going to.
I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But if I haven't been called, and I don't know what happened after that. I gave him everything. I gave him all the contact info, everything that
They
I had.
took all that. They went back to their boss. Their boss took it to so-and-so, who went and told the guy at the Russian mob. They paid him off, and it all got swept
Yeah,
under the rug.
Exactly.
Boom. Done.
Haven't heard anything from it or about it. Don't know any. I didn't follow up on it. Don't care now. After I heard the Russian mob was involved, I'm like, I'm
Did
out.
Brad just tell us his life story movie? How he helped
is.
take down the Russian mob?
That's pretty crazy. Did they tell you not to talk about it?
This is your Lifetime
I
movie.
don't think so.
Hmm.
What is it going to be called? Story of Brad.
I don't know.
Oh, I know what it'll be called. Bradulous.
Or I kind of like prime pussy.
Oh man, it's all about you.
Yeah.
You burnt.
Damn it.
So, how'd Etsy do?
Well, eBay does.
Oh, it's eBay.
It's eBay. Yeah, not Etsy. They did refund my money.
I felt like that was like the biggest.
Did you have to give your game to them?
No, I didn't have to give my game to them.
Oh.
Oh, they refund your money. I'm sorry, you
just
saw
took the
child
porn.
pornography.
Yeah.
Here's your money back.
How
Yeah.
much did you spend on the game?
$29.95.
No, like $3.
Shut up and walk away.
$3. Wow. And
Oh.
They gave you your $3 back. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I feel like eBay would be hearing about the psychological trauma I had and how I was going to need psychotherapy, and they'd be giving me a lot more than $3.
Well, this was like 10 plus years ago.
1999.
It's 2000, early 2000s.
Okay.
When I was
1999 plus
1999
4.
plus- exactly.
Yeah. So eBay didn't have money back then?
They had money, but it's not like I wasn't after the man. I was like, hey, fuck it. I get $3 back. Yes, score
I wasn't
$3.
after the man. But you, just to be clear, are after the man now.
I was hoping you were going to catch on. I am. I'm all like, I'm the guy who's like, cars are stopped and I'm trying to jump into them to try to get insurance money. Yeah, I'll stick it to the man like that.
Oh, goodness.
when I like with my Jetta, I used to just like wish somebody would like hit me. It's like I didn't give a shit about the car,
Yeah.
right? Like as long as I was like semi okay, I'd have been fine, But I'm
Yeah.
just like, come at me, bro. Like just come at me.
Driving all aggressively? Like, what? What? You want this lane?
Right.
No.
Yeah, but now I'm like,
Oh, it's okay.
I'll like see somebody like move a little bit, like no, back up.
Don't get me. I know.
You're now parking way in the far back at a grocery store away from all other
Yes.
cars.
Do that. Every
gonna get-
single time I park, I look around me and I'm like, which one of these dented ass motherfuckers is going to hit my car? And sometimes, like, how close is that van? If a guy jumps out, will he be able to get to me before I can?
They have these things I saw on the Facebooks, I think. It's like this little magnet, and it's like a pad. And so when you park, like, in a parking lot, you get out and you put it along your car, like, where the car doors would hit. And it, like, shows this guy, like, jamming another car door, like, inside
But
with
it's
that
keeping
on.
the edges from it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that might work, but
But how lame would you be putting that shit on in the parking lot?
At some
There's,
point, why
like,
don't you just put cones
several,
around it?
like, heights of doors,
Yeah.
And so I feel like somebody still might get you,
That's
but
true.
maybe not. How thick is that pad? Where are
It's
you
pretty
gonna?
skinny. It's like a foot.
Wait, you just put it on your doors?
But yeah, just like along the side.
Okay. I was picturing like full, like all the way around your
Oh,
car.
no.
I'm thinking this like big, huge roll of my magnetic foam going around the car. I'm like, you don't want to be the asshole in the parking lot doing that.
It's just like it's like a foot tall by like, I don't know, like 3 feet,
Okay, that's
4 feet,
much
maybe
more
wide.
reasonable. And now that I hear that, what I was thinking sounds kind of cartoonish.
Gotta bubble wrap my car before anyone hits it.
I'm like, it's gonna take up your whole back seat, so you can't have that many people in the car. Are you gonna put it in the trunk, and then like, where are you gonna put all your groceries? But man, those doors are nice. Not dinged. Yeah, I'm always nervous about wherever we park, and I do tend to park like farther out. Half the time it's just because I'm like, why not park farther out? Get a spot. Walking like 40 feet is not going to kill me.
If it's raining, then I'm like not down to be far away, but
If it's raining hard, I don't think it matters how far or close you are. I mean, I always have an umbrella too, but or
I hate
3 or
umbrellas.
4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I didn't get you an umbrella for Christmas.
I like want to like them, but they're just too much for me. It's like just too much.
I got Callie an umbrella for Christmas.
It's too much extra. It's too much work. It's like eating crab legs. Like, I don't want to put that much work
Oh my
into
gosh.
it.
You know, I always used to like the idea of umbrellas, but also felt the same way that I'm like, this thing's just wet now, and it's
Right, yeah.
you know,
then you
soaking
gotta
into
put
my
it in your
carpet,
car,
and
it's wet, and then you have to take it down, and it gets water still everywhere. And
yeah, it's a hot mess. But I think my tune kind of changed when I got glasses, and then if I went through the rain and it like gets on my face, it just like fucks everything up.
yeah, or if it's even slightly windy, then it gets upside down, and
But have you seen an umbrella like my umbrella?
Is it the reverse fold?
Yeah.
Mm.
And so, like, you use it up, you pull it down, and instead of it folding inward, it collapses up. So all the water stays in the middle.
I'm intrigued.
And then you can just flip it over and dump it out. It's very cool. Plus,
Yeah.
the handle's like kind of C-shaped, so you can like hang it on your wrist and it doesn't go off. And it's a lot like easier to hold on to. Like you can put your hand through it
Okay.
and like still hold something.
Okay.
You gotta check it out.
I'm intrigued.
I got this fancy umbrella for Callie. I had one. I gave it to my friend. She didn't have an umbrella. And then I was like kind of hoping I might get one for my birthday or Christmas because it was on my Amazon wish list, but that didn't happen. So I bought it for myself after Christmas. A new one.
You have an Amazon wish list?
Oh, yeah.
Does anyone know about your Amazon wish list?
Well, my dad and Adam have it.
Oh, okay.
The reason I have one is not to be selfish. There's only usually a few things on it. But apparently I'm very hard to shop for.
I mean, every single human being is hard for me to shop for. So I really can't speak to that.
I think what it is that I love to shop for people, and like I'm always listening for ideas for stuff, and so everybody in the family will ask me if what do you think I should get this person? What do you think I should get that person? And then nobody can ask me what to get me.
Yeah, see, I'm like, tell me what you want, send me a link, I'll order it for you for Christmas.
Yeah. Well, I don't like knowing. Like, I don't want to know what my Christmas presents are going to be.
I know. I still haven't gotten one of mine.
Oh. Shipping?
Yeah. Well, I sent like a link, and then apparently, I don't think
The
he-
guy at the post office is blaming it on the post office.
Well, he says that like Amazon. Well, he must not have ordered it that night, 'cause like, usually it'll say like won't ship for so long or whatever. But it didn't say that when I sent it to him, so he didn't order it right away. And then it must have sold out. And then, yeah, so now he says it's got some weird shipping thing. Like, it says it's shipped, but, like, Amazon won't give him the tracking info. It's, like, shipped from some third party or something.
Yeah, the same thing as that guy. Like, they made the shipping, order.
I'm like, and I'm really excited about it. He got me one of those, like, hot hair brushes.
Oh, that's supposed to dry your hair while it brushes?
No, I did not get the dry one.
Oh.
Because I've used something like that before and I didn't like it. But it's just
It's just to help, like
like a
flat
straightener.
iron your hair.
Okay.
because usually I get the straightener, like, in the morning when I have to re-straighten my hair. It's like, I just run that through really fast.
Mm-hmm.
But I brush it and then I run the straightener through really fast. I'm like, look, one step. Brush it and run the straightener through all together.
Yes.
And when you wake up 15 minutes before you gotta be at work, you need 1 steps.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I think your hair probably would do fine in it. Like, the texture and, like, the amount of hair you have would probably do fine. I think it would not work on me.
Why?
I just imagine a large... Because even when I, like, straighten my hair, like, with a brush and, like, blow dry... I mean, and I know what I'm doing-ish.
You are trained in it.
I'm professional. It's still just, like, super... Like, there's enough wave that it just is, like, super fuzzy.
It's a hot mess.
That's why I don't like the hot brush.
Wait,
thought
didn't
that's
you
what
just
you were
say you're getting a
getting.
hot brush?
No, like the dry brush. The brush that also dries your hair.
Oh,
okay.
Gotcha.
What's the
'Cause
difference
frizziness.
between
Gotcha.
the brush that dries as you comb as opposed to a brush that's hot?
Because one you use has air blowing and is going to dry your hair as you're combing it.
You can't
And
dry
the other
it just
one...
with something hot, then you'd just
Yeah, you
fry
can't
your
put
hair.
hot on wet hair. And the other one you use on already dry hair to make it more straight.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it like makes it really like staticky when I use
Yeah.
that like blow dry brush.
That's what mine is. It's like funky. And then every like hair, even when I straighten it, every hair that's broken off or anything like is jutting out at weird angles because they're like curly, you know?
Yeah.
And then it just frizz. It's not great. Well, that's cool. I'm really interested to know how it's going to work.
I know. I'm going to be bummed if it doesn't, but I think it will.
Did you
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, did you find it on a link on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's been using them on the Instagrams, and I was like, I think I need that.
They'll get ya. Instagram ads are starting to get me.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't buy the Launch one.
Yeah.
But have you seen all the freaking videos all over Facebook and stuff about those Launch products?
I don't go on Facebook.
I'm so sick and tired of it. Okay, but I have a story similar to y'all's eBay Etsy story.
Etsy?
6.
eBay.
I don't
Etsy
even know what my story
stories.
is yet, so.
Well, yeah, hopefully yours will turn out better. But it's really not that similar to yours, but only kind of. So
It just got prime pussy
Is
and it
there
doesn't.
child pornography?
No child
Okay,
pornography.
then great. We're off to a better start already.
So the other day, I was hungry, and I had to go take the big deposit. And we'd take the big deposit to Rayleigh's. So I was like, I'm going to get something here. And I went down the protein bar section, and they had a protein cookie. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this protein cookie.
Oh, is it the two dudes
No,
in the corner with the fro?
no.
Oh.
It's from a company called Bake City.
Bake City.
So I buy this cookie, and then, you know, like, when you buy something like that, do you ever take it out of the package and, like, inspect the whole cookie? No. You, like, open the top, right? And, like, dig in and break off a piece and eat it.
Yes. No, I do that.
I open it up, I grab the whole thing and just shove it in my mouth. So
Okay. Well, still, you don't inspect
What
it.
girls
That's-
do
I do not.
is they open the bag and they're driving and you just break a little piece off and you eat it as you're going down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that with almost half of the cookie. And then I took a bit of it and the cookie squished. where it wasn't doing that before. And so I look at it, and this thing is covered in mold.
Oh my god. That's so gross.
Covered.
Oh god. That is
Oh, no.
so disturbing.
Where'd you go?
Rayleigh's.
I'm never going there again.
These are like fully pre-packaged processed, not like local place.
Correct.
Nothing.
Yes, and it expired March 29th of 2019.
Obviously,
Oh.
there was a hole in that package.
Yeah.
So I called Rayleigh's, and I was like, just like, you guys might want to pull the rest of them off the shelf. I don't know if all of them are like that. I don't know how that works, if you call the company or what. And then I called the company too, and I said, I don't want a replacement cookie. I
just want to know, what the fuck?
I don't even want to know what the fuck, because probably nobody was like, oh, we sent out that batch and knew I was gonna mold or
Oh,
anything,
no.
you know?
I know.
You got our special moldy batch. Congratulations.
But I'm
Yeah,
like, they
we
should
fired a
probably-
guy, cuz.
I'm like, they should maybe know, and I'd probably call around to different stores that got batches around the same time and be like, maybe open one of your cookies and
Just take a look.
but yeah, so they called back and they're like, call back and give us more information and we can send you a bunch of product. I'm like, I'm sorry, but
I'll call back. I want some
I know, I was
protein
about to say.
cookies.
I have PTSD. I don't want a bunch of your cookies at the moment.
But your friends
Is that what I was
might.
about to say?
I might call them back.
Free
but-
gifts for friends.
But yeah, I was just
Uh-huh.
like, I was so sick. And I looked up, can mold kill you?
Oh my gosh.
But pretty much it says, if you have a good immune system, you're fine. But
They're like,
Yes.
if you're eating straight mold, I'd suggest stop that and you won't die that way.
Oh,
it was disgusting.
well, yeah. Your immune system is stronger now. Now you have the power of a Jessie and a mold.
It was pretty bad.
Oh, that's really disturbing. Especially the fact that it was getting wet. Because that's like full decomposition.
It was squishy.
Yeah.
I went in there and I was like, that did not feel right.
Oh, lordy. But as you were eating it, it wasn't green out of the corner of your eye or
No.
anything.
And I even looked at a couple, because I took the first bite, and I was like, it's a protein cookie, right? It's not a fucking
You're not
cookie.
oh, these are so good.
Right. And
You're
so
going to expect it to be a little funky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, there was spots of mold, right? I have a picture, but I left my phone in my car. But so it's not like the entire cookie was straight mold,
Yes.
but there were some very big spots of mold.
So chances are you got some moldy bits.
I probably did.
Oh.
But it was not the pieces I looked at to see what's going on with this protein cookie.
Right.
It wasn't awful. You eat a
It was
cookie.
covered in mold, but it wasn't awful.
I just brushed it off and just kept going.
No, did not. But you know what I have done before is just take, if my bread has a little piece of mold.
Oh, yeah. Just
Okay. But I read that bread mold is the worst mold, and you super shouldn't do that.
and it actually, just because that's the part you can see,
The mold is everywhere.
it's all over already.
I was
I
going
know.
to say, you guys are a bunch of sick freaks because as soon as I see even a little bit of mold, I'm like, oh, you're all gone.
No,
just
yeah,
throw it
I
in the
totally
trash.
used to just cut the moldy bit off. I'd use it for whatever I was making right then. I'd throw the rest away. It's not like I'd keep it and use it again. But
I'm sure it'll be fine tomorrow.
But
We still have 4 outside edges, layers we can take off.
right. So yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Also, I
Yeah.
now just keep my bread in my freezer
Oh, yep, that's a
because I
great idea.
cannot go through a fucking loaf of bread as fast as they last.
Well, have you ever had Dave's killer bread before?
Yeah, that's what I put in the freezer.
It's good stuff.
I did a science experiment with that. And by science experiment, I just did it out of leaving my bread on top of...
Did you make a little poster board?
No,
Oh,
no,
I
no.
had some of that was in my drawer too long last week, and it was growing some gnarly cool things.
Mine didn't mold.
Oh.
I left it on
Mine's
top...
definitely a mold.
I left it on top of my fridge for
Were you in a
4
very
months.
dry climate, and it just turned to toast?
Which kind of one?
Was this in Arizona?
No, this was here in Chico, and it was, I think it's the 9 grain, the
That's
9
the one I get,
multi-grain.
dude.
The green
And it definitely
package?
Yeah.
The purple package? The yellow package?
It was, I think it was yellow or orange.
Oh, I get the green one.
Green is the standard. Why you gotta eat
And I
weird
get
bread?
I get the thin one too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't
So
know.
I like the thin ones, like that are actually like. What is the deal with bread sizes? Like, which one of those is considered sandwich size? Because to me, the smaller size is a sandwich, and the bigger size is a fucking loaf of bread. Like, they're so different.
What are you talking about?
Like, you get a piece of bread that's this big in a loaf of bread, or one that's this big.
Oh, well,
Comparing
like
regular
sourdough?
sandwiches
Well,
to sourdough.
yeah, but no, I have wheat bread that's the same way. Like, it's huge.
Oh.
But that's a
I just figured
sourdough
that's how
shape.
sourdough bread grew. You know, 'cause-
Grew?
It
Do
does.
you think there's a bread tree?
No, it grows. You put
No. I know you
put it
understood
on
it.
the
Does
thing
Jesse
and
There's
understand?
yeast inside of bread and it gets big, but like that's how I just thought that you had to make sourdough bread. I don't know.
I mean,
But if you have a wheat bread that's like that, then I can't. I have no
it's
explanation.
just bigger size. Like bread pan. Anyway, the point was.
Give me one of those big pieces of sourdough bread, though. I'll eat that whole damn thing.
I ate the loaf. It's terrible. The Dave's Killer bread that I have is super thin slice,
And it's
but
very
it's
small.
also small.
It's a
but-
little bitty baby, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like those too, and I like to put those in the freezer, and they thaw out super, super fast.
Yeah, you just put it in the toaster, it's fine.
But we also get bread at Costco that the boys like, and it's this huge freaking loaf of bread that's this big. Like, people can't see how
even
big
put
it
that
is.
in the toaster.
No, it's stupid. And
That's
that's
my
what
thing.
I'm
I
like,
gotta
what
put
do
my
you
bread in the
call
toaster.
that size of bread versus this regular size of bread?
That's not regular. That's cracker size.
This is a normal, look at the front. This is a normal loaf of bread that I'm showing with my hands.
For what? Wonder bread?
Well, yeah, or Dave's Killer bread.
Regular bread. All
Just
those
a
are-
normal loaf
All
of-
mine are like
Giant ass,
You're a liar.
big ass loaves of bread.
not like a sourdough, but it's like a little bit smaller. It's
Yeah.
not this. It is
Okay.
definitely
So the
a good
question
hint.
is which size is sandwich size?
Okay, look
Bigger.
Come on. Get. Wow.
What? Get somewhere. Get beyond that word.
Get it?
Hey, Junior. Get on that computer and look up how big is a standard slice of bread.
Yeah. You're the Google master. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that.
Oh no.
I was just trying to wiggle. My one side of my butt is numb.
Don't worry, we're okay, you guys.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That's not going to be safe. There we go. How much percentage is my computer at?
It's done, dude.
Oh, so we
But I
can
didn't know how to tell you.
You didn't want to interrupt me ranting.
Of standard bread size.
Standard versus
We have
large.
important shit happening here, Tab. I was so unworried about your laptop. You gotta sign in.
Okay.
That noise you hear, folks, that is not a plane landing. No need to buckle your seatbelts.
What was this noise?
The pterodactyl that's flying overhead.
But that is Tabitha's computer, just trucking along.
It's like 10.
It's 10. It's 10.
It's like
Not Windows 10. 10 years old.
10 years old. Yeah, that's different.
Well, it talks about back in the day, grandma and most home-cooked bread bakers
Just
used...
grandma?
It said back in the day. So, yes, just grandma.
Oh, like the first grandma?
No, like...
This is what Eve did?
No, like men didn't cook, women did. Like that back in the day. The 50s, you understand, right?
Is he hoping to make America great again?
All right, listen, we're going to need to build a wall here.
So every
Back in the
single,
day.
every single grandma.
Yeah,
okay, did
grandmas
this.
of the world
Okay.
is how that sentence should start.
Grandmas, comma, of the world. Okay, standard size of loaf of pan was approximately 9 by 5 by 2.5.
Okay, so
2.5.
9 by 5 by 2.5.
Oh, okay. That's a short little piece of bread.
Yeah, it is a short piece of bread.
Bro, but they grow up, right?
They do.
Oh, but then they get twice
adults.
as high.
Maybe not twice, but a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Go, Grandma.
Go, Grandma. It's your birthday. We all party like it's your birthday. All of your birthdays on the same day.
Grandmas of the world.
So yeah, that.
And if not every single grandma made their bread the same way, then
They weren't a grandma.
I don't know what history is trying to teach me.
Yeah, maybe they weren't a true grandma. Your bread isn't like our bread.
Nope.
But that is the standard size, apparently.
Oh, still now? I thought that was back in the day.
How big is 5 inch? Oh, I have a ruler right here. That's 5 inches.
Okay, that seems right to me. And probably when you did this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The outside edges.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Oh! Apparently, this is not a good place for this.
This is kind of making me a little buzzed.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah.
I think I was right.
No, I think you're drunk.
A 5-inch.
Look, should we have a vote? Let's leave it to a vote. Who
You know what?
votes that Tab is right?
I do.
Who votes that Tab is wrong?
Jesse also hand in the air.
So 2-1, Tab is right.
Whoa. I've got 2 hands that I voted with both of them. You guys chose to only use one, so we're
Sorry.
tied.
Each human's only worth 1.
Oh, now you're racist.
When was the last time you went to the polls and submitted 2 ballots?
Yesterday.
Chaw.
I voted twice.
Chaw. I tell you what, when this is all said and done, I'm going to take that ruler out to my bread drawer. Because I have 2 different sizes of bread in there right now.
We're going to measure Dave's kilo bread. Look up, how big is Dave's kilo bread?
It's going to be the bread episode.
We need to get sponsored by Dave's Killer Bread. I mean, I do actually really like that bread.
It is
but
good bread.
It's great bread.
I like it a lot.
It's got some good seeds, got some good texture.
I love all the fun, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, all quinoa.
Wait, you know what I'm really been into?
Don't pick on me because quinoa is not a thing. But yeah.
Okay, what I'm really into at the moment, well, actually I haven't had one in a while, but if I'm ever going to make a turkey sandwich at home again, this is how it's going to go. Well, because they don't put anything on it but mustard and mayonnaise and turkey and cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
That never changes. I'm plain Jane. Oh, sometimes I put some sometimes I put some avocado.
Really eat that mic, Jess.
Sometimes I put some avocado.
Oh, avocado is always good.
But the cheese, okay? The cheese.
Fried on the outside of the bread?
No.
Oh.
Smoked Gouda.
Oh, yeah. Smoked Gouda was a standard for me.
Go screw yourself. That is the best sandwich I've ever
So good.
You can't have
I
it. I'm sorry.
have some smoked Havarti that's been pretty amazing, too.
Does that not have cheese?
No, smoked Havarti is a cheese.
Does that not have milk? How do you make cheese without milk?
It does have milk, but it also has cheese.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, no,
How do you eat it?
does. I can't eat it anymore.
Oh.
But yeah, it's got the same good flavor. But you know how Gouda has that really dense texture?
Yeah.
Havarti has a little bit softer texture, closer to a jack.
Oh, I might have to try
I
that.
think you should. Is there a word for being a sommelier for cheese? Brad,
I
can
think,
you Google?
Somalia.
There's a word.
I think that you need to also have another word for a sommelier of cheese that can't actually eat the cheese.
Yes.
So would it just be a cheese connoisseur?
No, I want it. No, I could say I'm a connoisseur of wine too, but that doesn't make me a fucking sommelier.
A cheesier.
Yeah, because I want to be one of those. I'll be a virgin.
How do you say cheese in French?
Queso?
Shit.
In French?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
sommelier, not French. I'm pretty sure.
No,
it's
she said
French.
queso, which
Oh.
is Spanish.
Look, it's probably like queso because French and Spanish are very
Very
close.
similar, yeah.
Very
That's what
similar.
I hear, but I don't believe it.
They're love languages or something.
Somebody told my mom, she bought me an Arabic book
Mm-hmm.
because I really should learn some Arabic before I go. And they were like, oh yeah, like Arabic's easy. It's really similar to Spanish. And like my mom told me that, I'm like, it's
No,
not even similar, like remotely.
I don't think so. Russian and Spanish are really similar.
Oh my god.
No.
A fromage.
A fromage. I told you there was a fucking word for it. I read a book about cheesemakers one time.
But people are using the term cheese sommelier, but it's the dude's
They're
like,
saying like
no.
a fromage is a cheese sommelier.
Yeah.
Doesn't fromage mean something else?
It sounds
Google it.
so. I could be a virgin fromage, meaning I'm gonna fromage without the cheese. Like you get a virgin drink. I'll have a virgin martini.
Wait, did you look up how to say cheese in French?
No, I didn't realize that was on the.
What are you even doing over there?
Apparently, looking up
Like,
sizes.
set the fucking mic down. We
looking-
don't need to hear what you have to say. We just want to see your fingers touch.
Oh, poor
What's
Brad.
cheese in French? Is that what you want to know? The great bits of life.
This is very important.
It's a good thing it's the.
Yeah, it's fucking queso, isn't it?
No. What do you want to guess it is?
Fromage.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew that word, you guys, from somewhere.
I agree. It sounded familiar. So you're just calling someone a cheese? Hey, you know all about cheese. We're just going to call you cheese now.
Well, you know, English is the only language that has a separate fucking word for everything. Every other language is like, we use the same word multiple times.
And we just look at each other and know what we mean.
It's all about inflection. I'm like, geez, that sounds complicated.
I know.
How do y'all text?
I
That's what I
know.
want to know.
Can you imagine? Girls already, and guys, and whoever, are literally always looking at their phone going like, what does that mean? Does that mean they want to go out with me or they don't want to go out with me? Does that mean, because we can't tell from inflection. How are you going to do it when you have 5 words?
Right?
You put the masculine or feminine
No.
in front of it or behind it.
Or you have to use emojis.
That's probably why they're all so polite. Because if you were a smart ass and saying stuff, really wouldn't come across. They're just like, we're sincere. We mean everything we say.
It could be. French people aren't very nice, though.
Oh, I was thinking of Canadians for some reason.
Canadians also speak French.
French Canadians.
So I can see where you made that connection.
I wasn't thinking about French, people speaking French from France. The logical place that most people would. Well, I'm going to be a fromage. I want to be a fromage. I just be around cheese and smell it all the time.
Oh my gosh. I forgot. I had something else I wanted to tell the crafting world.
Okay.
I watched Making It.
Oh, how was it?
Okay, so I won't be surprised if it doesn't get renewed. Because, TBH, it was a semi-boring.
Okay.
I mean, I liked it because I liked, seeing all the crafts
Yeah.
and whatnot. And it's interesting to see what people do. And, I mean, Nick Offerman and Amy Poehler are obviously funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they
bring
fun.
something, but aren't they like the hosts of the show? They're
Yeah.
not, it's not like all around them.
Right, they're not
Yeah.
crafting. They just go around and talk to the crafters.
Gotcha.
So it starts with like 8 of them or 6 of them, 8 of them, I think. And then each week one of them gets eliminated. You know, it's like any cooking show or whatever,
The Bachelor.
or The Bachelor. And then these like
That one cooking show, The Bachelor.
yeah. But like judges come in and like look at the crafts that they made and like kick them out based on like originality
Scores of,
and whatever. And then, but yeah, so like I liked it, but I would not be surprised if it didn't pick up, because like if you weren't into crafting, there would be no reason to watch that show.
Yeah. People aren't gonna be crawling out of the woodwork like, it's so addicting.
Right. No.
What's gonna happen to Tom?
Right. So, I think it's worth it. But
There's only a few episodes though, right?
Yeah,
It's not
it's
like a huge commitment.
I mean, I think it's 6.
Oh yeah.
Because, yeah, they end with 3 people and choose a winner out of the 3.
That's cool. Ah, spoiler alert.
What?
You said she.
No, choose a winner out of the 3.
Oh, I thought you said, and she was the winner
Oh,
out
no.
of 3. I was like, man, you just blew it. The only girl on the show won. And now everybody knows. Okay.
But yeah, every episode they have like a small craft that they only have like an hour to do or something, and then a bigger craft that they get like a bunch of hours to do. And these are like, it's not just like a simple craft. Like they're kind of intense.
Like, well, I mean, I'm picturing Nick Offerman woodworking style. Like,
There's some of them like
yeah,
doing wood things.
yeah. Not our kind of crafting.
Well, and they all have like,
These are people with like an actual craft.
well, yeah. So like, it would say like
themselves.
what their like medium of choice
Right.
is. So like one girl was like a paper. She like does stuff with paper all like really well. And then one guy was like the felt guy. Like he did everything in felt.
Okay. I want to do like actual felting sometime, where you make little things with the wool.
Oh. No,
Oh,
not that kind
so
of felt.
cute.
Like legit
Like actual like felt, like I used to make that cat.
yes.
That's an accomplishment in life.
That you're a good felt crafter, yeah.
I mean,
He was my least
shout out
favorite,
to
to
a
be fair.
fellow crafter, but yeah, I'm like to go around telling people like this is my preferred medium. No, the cheap stuff from the dollar store.
So yeah, I just needed to tell the world to go watch Making It, because
They for sure need some more publicity from us.
a bunch of people listen.
That's very true.
Amy like emailed me and was like, "Dude, we need some more people to watch. Could
Did
you
you
like
write
talk
her,
about
like, a
this on your
little-
podcast?"
Shout out.
And I'm like, "God damn it, Amy! Like,
Always something
what
with
do I
that
gotta,
girl.
what am I gonna get from you? You know?"
Oh, hey, what does sommelier mean in French? Like, what is the actual definition? Because maybe
Wine expert?
but is it specific to wine? Because maybe you can be a fromage sommelier.
How?
Is part of sommelier a wine word?
Right. I was gonna say, how do you say wine in French?
Oh,
A wine steward.
wine steward. So look up how to say steward in French, and I'll be a cheese steward.
Steward in French?
What? Yeah, or wine. Jesse wants wine. Then I
wanna
can
know how to say
separate it.
Wine in French.
Yeah, then we can separate it out. Sommelier. Whatever part isn't wine is steward.
You could be a soma fromage.
Maybe.
Duvin. Oh,
That's
okay. Not helpful.
steward?
That's wine.
Oh.
Oh.
You said wine.
Vin. Okay.
Vin.
Wine.
Well, how does sommelier? Where's wine in that?
French people are fucked up.
This is
I
real
think I said the F
confusing.
word 3 times.
3 times? Are you counting?
You know what else I've been watching?
No.
I've been watching a lot of TV, obviously. Can you tell?
I watched the newest season of Schitt's Creek.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Schmidt's show, like from New Girl. He's got a new show, The Neighbors or something.
No, I haven't watched that at all.
Okay, me neither.
But he did star in the only other thing that oh, nope, that's not true. I watched 2 things. I watched the whole new season of Fuller House.
We're almost done. I just watched the presidential episode.
Oh, yeah. And then I watched something that Schmidt was in, which was that one show with Neil Patrick Harris. Series of Unfortunate Events. We watched the last season of that, too. Over, like, the boys' spring,
It's
Christmas.
not spring break.
Christmas, winter, whatever you
Are
want to
they
call
back?
it, break. Yeah, they just went back. So we did get some shows tucked in.
I've been watching Busy Tonight.
What's that? Oh, Busy Phillips?
Yeah. Because, you know, I love my late night shows.
I don't do late night shows anymore, and I'm always up late.
I don't watch hers when it airs. I'll show on demand.
Yeah. I should do that. Because I enjoy them, but I just never do. How do you say steward?
Intendant.
I'm sure it doesn't sound like
None of this makes any sense.
I mean, I can play it for you and I'll tell you, but
So look up etymology of sommelier.
see, that's how it sounds.
Intendant.
But I'm American and how it's pronounced is intendant.
No.
That's not how it's pronounced. That's how you're pronouncing it.
Yeah.
I said I'm an American and I speak English and that's how it's pronounced, this word.
No.
And that's how you're pronouncing that word.
Intendant is not a word. Intendant.
Fromage
And you-
entendant.
Then you tell me how Intendant is pronounced.
Intendant.
Entendant.
Intendant.
Fromage. Okay, it's telling me how to really say fromage.
Yeah, play that one. We're probably saying it wrong.
Intendant.
Can I make a guess? Fromage. Oh,
Fromage.
fromage entendant.
Fromage. Intendant.
That's cheese steward. Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Congratulations.
Motherfucking cheese steward.
Is it like Spanish though, where it's like Intendant de fromage?
Oh, probably, yeah.
I don't know. They said Intendant, or no, fromage is masculine.
Oh, well,
Fuck me.
what
She's
about-
feminine, dude?
what about steward? Is that automatically masculine? Can it be? Should it be stewardess? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It should be the feminine version of cheese and stewardess.
Yo, this motherfucker's named Jesse. That's the 4th time.
And this is Tabitha. I'm counting how many times Jesse swears tonight. It's been 4.
Well, if I put this in the beginning, it's a prediction.
And I'm psychic. I think we're gonna call it a night. We still have some crafting to do, like all of it. But when we get these done, we'll definitely put pictures up. And you can find us on all the social medias. And the Googs.
You can Googs us?
I don't know what.
Yeah, we're gonna have to probably have to cut that out. It's too close to gooks, and that's a racial term. So we're gonna.
Oh.
No,
The
Googs.
Googs.
The Googs.
That's
yeah,
where you Google things.
yeah.
We're hipsters. We shorten everything because we're way too efficient to say Google. So we gotta say Googs us.
So you just take out the L. You just you're taking
Yeah.
out the L.
Totes.
Because I do not know hipsters, Brad. I mean, like,
You are a hipster.
It is your generation, even though you're an old man.
No. I'm clearly classified as Oregon Trail generation.
You're Oregon Trail, not a hipster?
No. Oregon Trail.
Okay.
I don't think that's a term for a generation.
It is. Look it up.
Well, you look it up. You have the computer.
Well, I already know it's fact. I don't need it in front of me.
All right. Well,
Bye, bitch.
bye, Felicia.